podcast with Barb on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, and 4 Pacific. I am so excited to be here today. It is a very rainy and cold. It's like 60 some degrees outside, which is a far cry from the 105 that we had yesterday. And it's raining. So it would be wonderful if I could open my windows to let the cool air in. But there are lots of wildfires in Idaho and Oregon, and their smoke has trickled its way over to us, and our air quality is not so great, and it smells like charred wood. So I don't really want to open the window and let the charred wood smell in, even though I would love to have the cool air come in. So it's a dilemma for sure. It's a very big dilemma for sure. But I'm happy to have it not be 105. So hopefully my internet won't glitch out, because typically if it's really hot, my internet does not like that. So we shouldn't have that problem today. Well, knock on something. And yeah. So welcome to all of you girls that are popping on here and saying hello. I appreciate you all. We'll just check out and see who we've got here. We've got Bonnie and Deborah and Barb. Fabulous name, Barb. Dolly, Cheryl, Hope, Shella, Wendy, Carolyn, Merle, Carol, Terry, Patricia, Irene, Trish, Jean, Diana. There's just a ton of you guys on here, and hello to all of you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. And another Barbara from Columbia Falls, Montana. Hi, Barbara. And I don't remember did I tell you guys last week that a lady recognized me in the store in Billings? I can't remember if I told this story or not. When I got back from New Orleans, I spent the night at my dad's in Billings, Montana, and then I got up early Monday morning and I was going to come home. Well, I thought to myself, I'm going to quickly run into the grocery store to get a few things that I figured my son and my husband would be out of, and then I wouldn't have to stop when I got home. I could just go home. So I'm in the store. It was right away, right when they opened at 7 o'clock, and I'm milling around in there. And I go to check out, and there's a gal behind me, and she says, "Are you on the internet?" And I turn around and I said, "Why, yes, I am." And I had my Stampin' Up shirt on. And I said, "Yes, I am." I said, "I do stamping videos on YouTube." And she said, "I've watched you before." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is so crazy." Her name was, I believe, Jane. So hello, Jane, if you're out there. So I kind of felt kind of cool. Jane, you made me feel kind of cool. Like, I'm a celebrity and I was recognized in the grocery store. So we had a little chat about stamping and it was pretty fun. So that was fun. Yeah, now I'm a movie star. I'm a celebrity. So that was pretty funny. So hello, Jane, if you're out there, or if you're watching this later. It was very wonderful to meet you. And yeah, that just made my whole day. So anyway, there we go. So I have an update. Yeah, Tammy says, "Hello from Utah. Can I have your autograph?" Absolutely, Tammy. In fact, I'll sign something and put it in your kit that you ordered from me. So there you go. So you'll have the signature of a very tiny celebrity, very small, very, very small. So anyways, my son went to the dentist Tuesday. They for his teeth, another checkup on the old teeth, and they did the cold test on them. Not the news we were hoping for, which I suspected going into it. His two front teeth have no feeling whatsoever. And one of them, the gray death, is starting to move down the tooth. So the two front ones are dead. The two next to the front ones, I think they both have chips in them, if I remember right. And so we're going to need 2 root canals, 2 crowns, and 2 veneers to the tune of about $5,000. Yeah, I said that out loud. $5,000. And we do have dental insurance, but they don't really pay that much. So that guesstimate is after insurance has paid. So, obviously, he doesn't have $5,000. I mean, he just graduated high school. So we're going to work something out. I don't really want to shell out $5,000 myself. So there we have that. So we have a consult with an endodontist in a couple of weeks to get the information on doing the root canals. The dentist does want him to keep, he's got like a little, I think I told you guys this before, he's got like little blobs of glue on these 4 teeth, and then there's like a wire holding them together so that they can't move. And so they definitely are tightening up, like the muscles and whatever is in your jaw is tightening up around the teeth. So when we first went in there right after it happened, the teeth were loose. Well, they have since tightened up quite a bit and they're really not loose. So that's good news in the fact that he can at least keep the teeth. So, I mean, you never want to, pull teeth if you can help it, especially at his young age. So they're going with the crown option. Yeah, so there you go. Teeth are so overrated, but so useful. I know, Brenda, it's terrible. Yeah, I know. Ouch. And I feel bad for you. That's a horrible amount of money. I have over the years had a lot of dental work done. I have really bad teeth. I've got a bridge right here that you probably haven't ever noticed. I've got crowns on most of my molars. I've got a tooth that I had to get removed because I didn't have to, but I didn't want to pay to get, an implant and stuff. It's just, so I just feel just really sick to my stomach, honestly, about the whole situation. It is what it is. So we will hopefully get all that stuff taken care of. I think maybe he's shooting for November just because he wants to give the teeth a couple more months to even get a little bit tighter in there so that, the trauma of the root canals and the crowns and all that stuff, that they can handle it. So that was great news. My foot is a lot better, you guys, and I haven't gone to the doctor. I've got so many things going on around this house that I can't sometimes, as much as you hate to say it, sometimes the mom is at the bottom of the food chain or whatever, Oh my gosh, there's Jane. Jane is on here. She's talking about how we met in Albertsons. So hello, Jane. Welcome. That was really fun. So the mother, a lot of times, sacrifices, you know what I'm saying? You just, that's what moms do. We just sacrifice for everybody else. So I just don't feel like going to the doctor and going through all that. And I've kept that kinesiology tape on it pretty much since I went to New Orleans. And it's not that it doesn't hurt, because I mean, it still does if I am not careful. But I'm just hoping that, it's just getting better, because it doesn't hurt all the time. Before, it hurt all the time. So anyways, there's me being lame and not going to the doctor. But yeah, anyway. So, and then I did not get enough cards made today. I wanted to do 3 projects for you guys because that's typically what I do. But they had a career fair down at the university where my daughter is today, and last night she was freaking out thinking that her resume wasn't good enough and she should change some things, and so I helped her with that. And then this morning she had some questions and some things that happened that she wasn't sure about, so I talked to her on the phone for a lengthy time last night and today. I'm going to need to talk to her again tonight. She actually did get it was like a career fair, and so she's looking for some internships for this next summer in her accounting major, somewhere fairly close to home. Well, not home, but close to where she's at. So maybe like Denver is kind of what we're thinking. Anyway, so she's got a couple of interviews tomorrow, so now she's freaking out about what to wear and the whole thing. So I've been doing mom duties today, and so I did not get business duties done that I would like to. So I will be working late tonight. Again, it is what it is. What are you going to do? So anyways, has anybody had any questions or anything? I always want to make sure that I'm terrible about checking this, but I do like to, if I can, in case anybody has a question or whatever. So just a lot of you sending me your your hearts for the old dental bill. So, okay. I think everything is good. So with that being said, I think we're going to flip the camera. I don't really have any other little tidbits of information to share. I feel like that's plenty. And we're going to flip the camera. We've got a little bit of things to talk about because there's a lot of things going on this month. And then we'll stamp. So here we go. All right, let's get this into the holder. Hopefully we can get it lined up nicely. Let's tap the button a couple times and get that to work. I know, mom duties, and it's hard to struggle or to juggle it sometimes because this is my business. I mean, this is my job. I do this, 40, 50 hours a week, sometimes more. It depends what's going on. So it is my job and I do have to take it seriously, but along with that is the benefit that I do have this job and I do work from home. And so I can work when I want to. So I can get up early and work in the morning. And like tonight, I can stay up and work until 10 o'clock if that's what I've got to do. So anyway, all right. First off, my special for ordering this month is the Leaf Label and Amber Gem Pack. And so this is a freebie that you get when you order in my online store this month, $75. It is a collection of really cute craft colored leaves. Lots of fun in here. So there's like the dark craft on one side and a little bit lighter on the other. And then you get these gorgeous amber colored gems. So this is my ordering special for the month. I'll be sending these out after the 20th. The orders can come in from the 1st through the 20th. So some of you guys have already ordered from me this month. And so you will be included in the special, even though I didn't announce it until just now. You're obviously still included. So if you placed your order in my online store using my host code, then you'll get those gems. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to let you guys know that World Card Making Day is coming up. And so during that event, it's a customer event, so you guys can sign up for it if you'd like to. They're using 3 different bundles, and if you happen to order any of these bundles this month, you will get a free package of iridescent pearls in your order. So when you go to the online store and you enter your item codes for these 3 bundles, it's 1 per order, not 1 per bundle. You also need to add in the item code for the pearls, and then the pearls will come up as a free item. So if you order the brand new warm welcome bundle, then add the pearl number, the pearls will be free. So you might be wondering, warm welcome bundle, Barb, what is that? Well, it's a sneak peek at our upcoming January to June mini catalog. And it happens to be a $1 million set by the famous Jenny Polly of Germany. So this is Jenny's set. And it does have some dies with it. So you've got this cute door. And so this was going to be my 3rd project, but this is as far as I got. So that's not really a great project. But you can see the cute little cat and his die cut, and then this cute little door that I think could possibly go either way. Maybe it's supposed to go this way. I really don't know. I haven't had a chance to do anything with it, honestly. This is all I did. So there's card number 3 for the day. But this is really cute. It really is. A lot of fun little things to put inside the door. You can use these things without the door. Oh, I wonder if this is how it's supposed to be. So I did have it right the first time, like this. So the door must have the frame at the top. But honestly, I thought it looked okay. This looks kind of like a threshold to me a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe you could do it both ways. Anyway, so this is the only thing that's like brand new right now is this warm welcome bundle that you can get. And you can get the free pearls. Or if you don't have the cottage rose or cottage wreaths, you can add those to your order and get the pearls also. And again, like I said, it's 1 per order, not 1 per bundle. So just want to clarify that because I have had some confusion. Weekly deals are back, you guys. Now, here's kind of a weird thing about the weekly deals. They are for a week. So week 2 started today and it goes through the 14th. Well, from what I understand, they're going to be posting week 3 deals on the 13th because when it's the 13th here, it's the 14th in other countries. So we kind of get a little bit of an overlap. So if you keep that in mind, and you want to wait until the 13th, you would have access to these deals that are happening right now and the deals for the next week. I think that's how I understand it today. So there are some great things on here. There's 4 different ribbons. We've got our slimline envelopes, our soft pastels, the rose gold specialty paper, the cute flowers, the texture chic envelopes and memories and more kit, and then the snowy white velvet sheets. So these are the weekly deals. They're available while supplies last or for the week. So if something sells out, then obviously it's going to be gone. But yeah, so that's a little tidbit of that I found out today. My class to go for the month of September is using the Celebrate with Tags bundle. And so it's this bundle here with the cute little mutton. My gosh, mutton is like a sheep. Mitten is what I was trying to say. Mitten, mutton, whatever. That's really funny. The Celebrate with Tags bundle. And then we're going to be using the, sorry, that really made me laugh. What are these called? The For Everything Fancy Sequins. So this is another thing. This is included in your kit also. The trio of sequins, the blues, the pinks, and the greens. We're going to use, or you're going to get the silver and gold baker's twine, or not baker's twine, but twine. You're going to get some of the red and white glimmer paper. You're going to get some of the celebration paper. It was the white with the silver. Oh, exactly. Mutton, sheep, woman. Exactly. You got what I was going for, even though I'm not really going for that, but thanks for saving me. Appreciate that. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So this is what we're using. You can add on the gingham folder or the Celebrate with Tags bundle to your class kit if you want. Links in the description of the video. Wow, I just crack myself up sometimes, you guys. Okay, the next thing, our collaborative class, Kelly Dean and I are doing the Hippest Hippos online class. So a lot of you probably have the Hippest Hippos bundle, not really bundle, but stamp set and dies from Celebration. And so we are using those. You can add them to your kit if you don't have them. But if you have them, then you would just need the kit. The kits are $45 and they come with the in color baker's twine, the cardstock pieces, half a pack of the little resin flowers, and then you can add some of the other things on if you want to, if you don't have them, to your kit. So let's go with that. And yeah, links in the description of the video for that too. Wow. So our fall Stampa Palooza retreat is coming up. Kelly, Dina, and I are doing this together. This is going to be in October. October 6th is our business day. So if you happen to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you are looking for ways to maybe restart your business, we have a speaker on that. My friend Julie took like a 4-year sabbatical, you guys. That's a long time. She maintained her minimums, but she was basically gone from customer service in Stampin' Up! Doing classes and things for 4 years. And so she's back at it. And so she's going to give us a little talk about how to restart your business, recharge yourself and restart your business, which is going to be amazing. We've got classes on how to make PDF tutorials. We've got classes on how to run some videos on how to run some classes, lots of different things for demonstrators. And so you can just get the Business Palooza all by itself if you want for $49. However, if you add it to the Stampa Palooza retreat box of fun, then you can get it for half price at $25. All of my team members do get this for free. So if you're a member of my team, you have been invited to the group, so you can get in there. Our box full of fun is going to include $75 of Stampin' Up! Product, a pre-cut cardstock kit for 16 make and take projects. You will get, the shipping is included in that too. And what else am I trying to say? Cheryl, I know the gnomes are on back order until I think the end of the month. So, but if you register with me and add it to your bundle, I will order them for you at the end of the month and get them to you. But there you go. So the retreat with $75 box full of fun is $129 if you register by September 20th. After September 20th, it goes up to $139. So if you're interested in this, get registered now so you can save yourself the $10. We do have an online only version so that any of you that are watching from other countries, anywhere globally, or even in the US, if you just don't want the box, then you can get just the online only version. $60 if you get it in by the 20th of September, $70 if it's after. And that will give you access to all of the videos that we're doing. You will get the PDF file after the class is over with all the instructions and videos and supplies and everything, supply list and measurements for the projects, and then the links to the video. So, and you'll get in the Facebook group and all the stuff. The only thing you just don't get is you just don't get an actual box full of stuff in your hands. So there you go. So link to that's in the description. Oh, and speaking of links in the description, you guys, I just had my blog redone. I hired a company to redo it. I had to wait like 6 months. It took forever, but they did a really nice job. And so if you're interested in getting my blog updates or subscribing to my newsletter, there's a link in the description of this video that you can click on. I believe I did that. And it will take you there. Yes, there should be a live link in the description of this video. So you can go to my blog, to that page on my blog, and you can subscribe to either get updates via my blog posts and or my newsletters if you're not already subscribed. So there you go. Okay. These are the items we're using in the retreat. We're using the Hello Harvest bundle, the Kindest Gnomes bundle, which is on back order right now. Not back order, I should say. It's unorderable at the moment. The Snowman Magic, the split card textures, and then the Simply Fabulous, I believe is the name of this stamp set that you can add on if you want. Anyway, a couple of logo items that you guys can order as demonstrators or customers. A cute little beanie hat and then a coffee mug. I still have a couple texture sheet class bundles or class kits left if you're interested in that. So link in the description. The Fish and a Wish bundle class. I have about 6 or 7 of these left. So I would love to get rid of them. So if anybody's interested in a Fish and a Wish, it's a super cute class with super cute cards. Link in the description. All right, best butterflies. I've got a few of those. My tutorial library. I still need to update that. There's a ton of things on there, but I do need to add some more. Stamp Happy Academy. I will be live, you guys, in Stamp Happy Academy tomorrow night at, I think, 5 o'clock my time. So 5 Mountain, 6 Central, 7 Eastern tomorrow night with some fantastic layouts and a really cool technique. If you're interested in Stamp Happy Academy, you can go to stamphappyacademy.ning.com. We have 3 different membership levels. The thing that I'm doing tomorrow night is either premium or live only membership that you can get to watch that. So if you're a member, I'll be posting some information about that tonight on the Facebook group. And the link is already on the website, so you can prepare yourself for that. And then my adhesive kits, always sell these. I've got links in the description. They're full of a bunch of fun, cool adhesives, and they come in a super cute pouch. Okay, my gosh. Blah, 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 Barb. All right, let me get all this stuff off my desk and bring in project number 1. Okay. So another thing that's going on this month is a thing called Perfect Partners. What the hell? Oh my gosh. I mean, heck. There I go again with my potty mouth, you guys. Okay, here's a funny thing that I got from somebody once. I've got a really good heart, but this mouth, boy, I tell you, some days the mouth is bad, and it's bad. Anywho, I'm trying to find the Perfect Partners thing, and I just had it on my desk. Do you guys ever do that? You literally have some. Oh, wait, we might have found it. I had it on my desk. Oh, I had to call the insurance company yesterday for my son's. He's also seeing a chiropractor because his back is all messed up, so he's just a mess at 18 years old. Perfect Partners dies and bundles. Here we go. Okay, so I just got this one, and we're going to use it today. The fresh cut flowers and then the dies that go with it. We're going to use that on a project today. So you can get those individually or as a bundle. If you don't already have it, you can, all these things have bundles. Some of you may have some of the stamp sets. You can add the dies, or if you don't have any of them, you can just get the whole bundle. Of course, the piggies have been around for a while. They added the dies. So cute. We did this really cute card last week. Get it here. I'll show you using those piggies. Isn't that so cute? I know, I thought it was pretty cute. There's also a set of dies for the tree trimming or trimming the tree. We did this one last week with our fun tree skirt, and then our ornaments and bows and cute little star. So that's another one that you can get. And of course the Yeti to party, just so many fun things. There we go. Can relate. Sorry guys. I guess of all the words I could have said, that was pretty tame. So, all right, let's get moving here. We're also going to use the Happiness Abounds set because this doesn't have sentiments in it. So I wanted to use the Best Wishes. So we'll do that. I'm going to use the Butterfly Kisses Designer Series paper. And what else are we using today? We're going to probably use these Festive Pearls. We are going to use, this is the Simply Elegant trim that is going to be in my Celebrate with Tags class. Got my stamps here, a couple of ink pads. We've got some Fresh Freesia and some Blackberry Bliss. Fantastic color combination, by the way. A Wink of Stella and a Freesia blend. And then I have my little cardstock pack here. So let me dump out my pieces and parts. So I've got a Blackberry Bliss card base, 5.5 by 8.5. Oh, I have an embossed layer. Let me figure out what folder that is. Okay. It's called the Painted Posies folder. And here is the little paper insert that comes with it. So that might give you a bit of information of, what the detail on that is. So here is the layer that I ran through. Has some nice flowery detail to that. So that's kind of our background piece. And then I do have another white layer for the inside. And now I'm having a hot flash. So hold on. Boy, do hot flashes, when do they ever go away? That's the question of the month, or question of the decade for me. So inside layer. Then I need some Fresh Freesia cardstock. Here's a piece of cardstock right here. I don't have any scraps big enough, so we're going to have to go with the full sheet. And then I also I ran this piece of Fresh Freesia through with the die, the strip die that comes in this set. Oh, for heaven's sakes, come on. That comes in this set of dies. This is actually, what is this called? Fresh Cut Stems. And so this is a pretty cool edgelet die. And so I just took a scrap. You can see it was a total scrap, and I just cut that off. And I don't know why I put tape on the back of this. I must have been doing something. Who knows? But we don't need that. So that's just a scrap piece that we're turning into something good. What else? Oh, and then we have a piece of the Best Butterflies. No, Butterfly Kisses paper. So this is a piece that I was going to use on something else a while ago, and I didn't, but I already put glue on it. You can see my liquid glue is all scribbled on there. So I threw it on this piece of plastic, and I'm kind of hoping I can just peel this off and use it because it's the right width. I do need to trim it off the ends a little bit, but now I can use this piece. So I didn't have to throw it in the garbage. Ta-da! So I'm going to add a little more glue to it, I think, because I'm going to put it over this piece here. But first I'm actually going to add it to this too. So I need to start by putting a bead of glue at the top here so that I can add this to that fun border. So I'm going to lay that on a silicone mat and then sort of figure out where I want this paper. I want it right at the bottom of the diamonds is kind of what I'm looking for there. So we've got that. And this DSP is really fun because, I mean, it's got the butterflies on the one side, but then the other side can be used for so many things because they're like kind of neutrally monochromatic patterns, which are really awesome. All right, so we did that. So now I can go ahead and add it to this. Where's my glue again? Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to cut this before I do that so that I don't end up getting a whole bunch of glue. So I need to cut this to I'm going to go a little over 4 inches. This is a little photo trimmer that Stampin' Up! Had as a freebie here a few years ago. If you joined as a demonstrator, you got the little trimmer for free. We don't sell it anymore, but I did find a little photo trimmer very similar to that, and I do have a link to that in the description below in this video that you can get it on Amazon. And if you do shop through my Amazon links, I do make a little bit of money off that every month, and it's enough to buy a bag of candy, bag of chocolate, not just candy, chocolate. And so then I will absolutely eat this. No, Kathy, it's not part of the suite. It's just a folder that I had because I wanted something in the background, but I just didn't know what I wanted. So I just rummaged through my folders, and that one I thought would look really good with the flowers in this set. So you can kind of see, I mean, not that they're exact matches of flowers, but they look pretty good. So there you go. At least I don't think so. You know what? I'm going to look again. What did I say this was called? Fresh Cut Flowers. So what page is that on? Let us just see. Here's my new catalog, you guys. Because if you remember last week, I told you when I was in New Orleans, I had it in my bag and my water was open and it sloshed all over and ruined my catalog. So I had to get a new one out of the cupboard. Okay. No, it doesn't even show that folder anywhere on this page. So I'm guessing it's not actually part of it, but it does go with it, I think, pretty well. So there you go. Okay, so we've got this down, we've got that down, we've got a little excess here that we can trim off with some scissors. There we go. And then we can add this to our layer of Blackberry Bliss. And of course, as I always do when I have something that's been embossed, I like to use liquid glue on it. I just feel like it just kind of gets down into that negative space there and it just sticks a lot better. So now we need to eyeball this into place. There we go. Okay. So we've done most of the prep work here. Now we need to stamp our image. And the image is a large image. So I do have it on my block. What block is this? Block E. I'm going to actually just ink this up in some fresh freesia. And then I'm just going to stamp it on here. And then we're going to die cut it, which of course I've already done because my die cutting machine is across the room. So I don't typically die cut things when I'm on camera because it's just too far away and I don't want you to have to wait. Okay, so there is the beautiful image that this does. So then the die is in the new die set. And so it's pretty easy to line it up. And then of course I like to use my little skinny Post-it tape. This is 1/3 of an inch. What kind of rack or caddy is on the table behind me? You're going to have to be a little more specific, Mary. Is my computer on it? Is that what you're talking about? Or is it something else? I like to use this Post-it tape to keep my dies in place. So I would just line this up as best I can. And I try to line it up like at the bottom, and then I go up the sides and do the top, and then I kind of come back down and look all around it again before I actually secure it with my tape, because sometimes when you're like moving it one way, something else moves and then it can get all out of whack. So that's what I would do. I would take that over to my Stamp Cut and Emboss machine, and then here is what I would get, this fun little die cut piece. And now I'm going to basically leave it as is, with the exception of I am going to pull out my light Fresh Freesia blend, and I'm going to just add a tiny bit of detail. I'm just going to kind of tap my bullet point. There is like some very tiny little, let me bring it up here if you guys can see it, like these little tiny circles, like for the middle of the flower. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just very lightly dotting this on there. And then I'll do this one too. And then I'm just going to add a tiny bit of Wink of Stella to the center of these, and then that should make it pretty fun. Okay, what kind of, oh, Mary, she needs to answer my question. Let's see, Bonnie says, any tips for the Post-it tape not to tear? You know, I don't have any issues with this Post-it tape tearing my cardstock and my DSP. When I used to use washi tape, I would get it would tear all the time. So I finally decided to quit using washi tape and start using Post-it tape, and I have not had any problems. Now, my tape is very skinny. So like I said, I used the 1/3 of an inch. It's very skinny, 1/3 of an inch. They do make one, I think, that's double this size. I don't know, maybe if you have a double that it might tear your paper, but I have never had a problem. I've never torn my paper the whole time I've been using this, and I've been using it for about, I think since February was when I switched. And I die cut a lot of stuff. So I use a lot of it. I've got one here on my desk in case I've got dies here, and then I've got one over by my Stamp Cut and Emboss machine. So there you go. All right. So we are just going to take that and we're going to set it like right here-ish. So I'm going to get some dimensionals out here. Looks like a variety of things. Just look behind you. I mean, I have a few different racks, Mary. They're nothing special. They're just like, the one thing that my computer is on is just a computer rack to make it higher so that it doesn't hurt my neck when I'm sitting at my chair doing computer work. I've had these things forever, so I don't really even know if I could tell you where I got them. They're just like office things. Yeah, there's nothing special about them. All right, we'll do that. Let's see. Mary says she uses the wider tape and it doesn't tear the cardstock either. So I'm not sure what's going on, what's happening with yours, Bonnie. All by the skinnier. Huh. I wonder why it's tearing your paper, because yeah, I haven't had any issues with that. All right. So we are going to do this. Yeah, washi tape, I used to use it all the time because that's kind of what we had. And typically what I would do with it before I stuck it on my paper is I would stick it on the back of my hand, and get some, get some of the adhesive off of the washi tape. But invariably, it would still tear my cardstock after I ran it through the machine. It would still tear my cardstock, and so I just quit using it. All right, so I need a little 1/2 inch strip. This is about 1/2 of an inch, but I think it might be a little wider. So I am just going to bump that up to that little 1/2 inch mark here. Get that tiny little bit off, and then I am going to stamp my sentiment. Okay. And this says best wishes. And again, this is from the Happiness Abounds, excuse me, stamp set. I really like the sentiments in here, and I really like the fonts of them. I wish I had cursive handwriting this nice. All right. So it doesn't really matter where you stamp it on this because we're going to trim it. I'm just trying to make sure that I have the equal distance from the top and the bottom. Yes. Okay. Well, hello, Mary. Thanks for joining us. All right. So I'm just going to cut this off at an angle this way and angle this way. But in order to make these angles the same, I'm going to show you a little trick. So I just cut that one off. However I want to do it, it doesn't make any difference. Then I'm going to flip this over, my little piece that I just cut off. So I flipped it over so that my angle is going the same way as this one. And since, it's the same width and everything of my cardstock, I can just hold my hand here now, hold this, and I can just copy that, snip that same, and then my diagonal cuts are the same. So that is helpful. All right, so here I'm going to put a dimensional back here and regular glue right here. So we'll just add a little bit of glue there, and then I think we can go a big dimensional here. I think a big one will fit on there. Yes, it shall. All right. Thank you, Carol. She says I have the best tips. And the reason I have all these tips, Carol, is because I make a lot of mistakes in stamping. And I've had to learn how to fix stuff over the years. And so, or how to make things easier for myself. So that was a little tip. So, okay, we've got that. We're not quite done yet. I did say we were going to use this elegant trim. So I did take that silver and I tied myself a little tiny bow. You can see how tiny that is. So I am going to roll my glue dot into a tube or a log, whatever you want to call it, so that it is just very, very, very tiny. You guys see how tiny that is? I mean, you probably can't even hardly see it. It's so small. But I want it small because I don't want it to be too big behind my bow here. So I am going to add that just to the back, and then I'm going to flip that over. And I'm going to add that kind of right here at the bottom of our fun thing here. And then finally, I'm going to bring in these little silver pearls and add a few of these onto the card as well. So let's bring our take your pick tool in. And where do I want these? I don't even know. We're just going to kind of gently place them, not sticking them too harsh yet. I don't know. Do I want to like right here? Or do I need to move them somewhere else? This one I feel like is too far. So we're going to pick that or just push that a little. Actually, I might push it over here so that it's on here, but it's like right. That's what final answer. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So that is the outside of the card. Now we need to do something on the inside of the card. And I did cut these two little, well, here's what I was going to do at first, you guys. I was going to die cut this circle and I was going to stick that on here like this. But it didn't really, I wanted to use the die because the die is really cool with the stamp. So that's why I opted for that. But I mean, it would look pretty cool if you just had that circle on there, but that's the way I decided to go. So then I did die cut these little flowers that also come in this die set. There's one here and then there's one, right here behind there. So I die cut these. So I think I might just put those on the inside layer. Although, wait a second, we have another stamp in here, this really bold, dark one. So I'm going to try stamping that and then maybe putting those little flowers around it. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I haven't used this stamp yet. I need a scratch paper and we need our dark ink. So we'll bring the blackberry back in here And we'll get that inked up. I think I need to re-ink this. It's looking like it might need to be re-inked. So if I just did something like that, I don't know, this might look terrible. If I tried to put a flower over the top of that, is that going to look, that might look dumb. I may have to just leave, I may just have to leave the flower stamped on there without, because that seems gigantic. But then this doesn't seem like the right flower. It's not the right flower. So I think we're just going to go with the stamped image in there and call it good. And we'll add some glue all the way around this guy. And we'll open up the card and stick it on the inside. Okay. There we go. I'm going to not try to rub over that just in case it's possibly still wet. And there we have it, a super pretty card. I was very happy with that when I got that done today. And then I was interrupted, and then I had to do some other things. Family things. All right, let me clean up some of these stamps. And is there any other questions? Oh, Carol says she likes the die better. Did you, Carol? What does everyone else think? Die or no die? Let me know, guys. I'm happy to throw it on there if you think it looks better. I just felt like it looked kind of weird. Like it didn't, because it just looks like it doesn't really belong to me. But anyway, if you guys think it looks great, then we'll do it. So die or no die? If that's the die you're talking about, Carol. Okay. Put those stamp pads away. Oh, okay, never mind. We're not doing die or no die. Carol meant that she liked the die cut better than the circle. Okay, that makes a lot more sense to me. So did I, Carol, so good eye. We agree. All right, so we're all saying no die. Gotcha. Sorry about that. I totally misunderstood what you meant. Okay. We are done with these items here. So let me get them all out of the way so that I can bring in my next bucket of goods. Okay. And so for this card, actually, I am going to burnish that before I actually, there we go. Now it's nice and flat. Okay. All right. Oh, you know what? I haven't done in a long time, you guys. I have all these cards that people have sent me, and I have forgot to share. Them. So I'm going to do that really quick since I don't have a third project. This can kind of be our third project. So here is a card I got from one of my team members. I reward them with Rockstar cards every month, depending on, their sales and recruiting efforts and things like that. And this was a thank you from one of my team members, Denise, with her Rockstar cards to redeem them for some merchandise. So I thought that was really fun. I kind of feel like this must be a paper pumpkin kit. I'm not positive, but I think it must be. Okay. Then I have this amazing card from Susan. Susan participated in our cardstock kit. Oh, this is another one of my team members. I'm like, I didn't understand what you were doing here, Susan. This is another one of my team members. Same thing. She redeemed some Rockstar cards and sent me this fun card. So thank you, Susan. I have this one from Terry. Terry got a card kit from me, and this is some of the supplies, this paper. So she made me a very nice card and sent me a very nice note. So thank you so much, Terry. I appreciate that. And she's got the quatrefoil folder back there. If you guys can't see that, that looks pretty cool. Okay. I have a very nice card and note here from Alora. She made a fun fold card. Look at that. How cool is that? She even has a little note there to tell you what to do with it. Pulling that down. So that's fun. I should need to figure out how to make that. So that was very nice of her. Thank you very much, Alora. That was to thank me for the catalog kickoff. Here is one from another one of my team members, and same thing. She was also redeeming some of her Rockstar cards, and she sent me this beautiful card using our dragonfly. And I love how she added some different colors to that, and then some fun gems. So thank you so much to Nina. We have this card from, this is from Tracy. This was also a thank you for the catalog kickoff. And look at this amazing card, you guys. Oh my gosh. This was her swap card in our swap card contest. And I can't remember if she won, but it's amazing. And then she sent me this fabulous, I think it's something you're just supposed to keep with you. It's kind of like a thing to look over you kind of thing. She also was in law enforcement, and so was my husband. And so that was really nice of her to think of us. So thank you very much, Tracy. And then I have another cute little card here using one of our old celebration sets. And this is from Belinda. Very cute. I love her coloring on that little girl. She was just so much fun. I can't remember what that was even called, but it was a fantastic stamp set. And then finally, we have a card from Joanne, who I think is on here tonight. So this is Joanne's beautiful card. So thank you so much, Joanne. She gave me a nice note and a beautiful card, and I just appreciate that so much. Oh, and here's some of those pearls. I just used the silvers, and Joanne used the gold. So there, now I feel much better because I have been slacking at sharing these things with you guys. So thank you to everyone who has sent me something. I really appreciate that. And let's get on with our next card. So we are going to be using the Christmas Scotty stamp set and punch. That's it. Here's the punch. I just dropped a stamp on the floor. The bow. And the dog. But we're not going to do a Christmas card. We're going to do something else. So then I also have a little happy birthday sentiment out of, where did this come from? It came from this Celebrating You stamp set. So we're going to use that. We're also going to use the split card textures dies because these are fun that we're offering that you can get in your retreat box of fun if you so desire. So we are going to start out with a basic black card base. So we will get that. I have already die cut this card, or this die, there's two of them in here, from some Highland Heather. So you can see we have this fun pattern here, and then we also have this kind of floral geometric type pattern here. So both of these dies come in the set. They are a lot of fun. And then we're also going to be using the balloon image from the Celebrations Tags dies on this card because it's going to be a birthday card. So I have die cut a white balloon. I have also, this is a little thing I've been sharing almost weekly, I think. We do have our glitter washi tape, if I can get them all out here, in the holiday catalog. There are 4 different colors. And you can, someday, can you show how to make that card? That will make awesome for the guests you love card. I want to make it for fathers. Make that card. Which card are you talking about, Mary? That will make an awesome one for guests who love your grandfathers for Father's Day. Yeah. Which one were you talking about? Oh, the pumpkin one, the last one. That is a pretty cool card. Okay. So the glitter washi tape, what you can do with that is you can take strips of it and put it on your cardstock, which I did on this Highland Heather, and I should have used white, but I used Highland Heather. I can't find the end now all of a sudden, and oh, here we go. So I just put 4 strips along this piece of Highland Heather, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I took that little balloon die and I die cut the balloons out of the Highland Heather. After I did that, I thought to myself, oh, I would rather have a white balloon string. So I die cut some plain white balloons, and I am just going to do a little cutting. I'm going to make it a little smaller than it originally is so that when I glue the Highland Heather to it, I won't be able to see the white. So I'm just going to snip off the end. And of course, like I said, if I would have done this, if I would have been thinking, I would have done it with white in the first place, and then I wouldn't have had to do that. But they actually, on the card, they're going to look better with the white strings. Okay, so that's that. I showed you those. Here are some other little pieces. I just keep these as to show. I did some with the orange, and I did crop out some of the tendrils for the pumpkin in that Rustic Harvest set. I did some leaves out of the green, and then I've gotten some stars with the black. So I've had a lot of fun using that washi tape on cardstock and then cropping things out of it. So, all right. So here we have this piece here. So I'm going to add this. Actually, no, I'm going to work on it first. So I need a 3/4 inch strip of white. So hold on while I get one. Bring this little photo trimmer back in here and get a 3/4 inch strip. Okay. And I'm going to ink up my stamp in some Memento, my birthday stamp. This is the one out of the Celebrating You stamp set. And I'm going to stamp that over on the left edge. So let me take a look, see here, and get that. That's a little heavy-handed on the one side. So hold on. I am actually going to clean this off. And I'm going to try to not get so much ink on it this time. I am such a heavy-handed stamper, you guys. I'm a heavy-handed inker of stamps, and I'm a heavy-handed stamper. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to use the other end. All right, so let's try this again, see if we can get that on here without... That's much better. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry for just a little bit because I do want to color that in just a tad, but I want to let my Memento dry for just a second. So we also need to stamp a little doggy. Let me find a scrap of white for this. So I'm going to bring in a foam mat. And we're going to, let's see, the dog. So I just want to go straight down. Okay, we'll do it like that. So let's ink up our little friend, the dog here. Make sure we get it nice and inky. I think that's inky. Hopefully it's not over inked. And we'll do that. That looks pretty good. Go ahead and get him cropped out of here with our little punch. And now he does have a stamp in this set that you can do his collar. So if you wanted to do his little collar like a different color, you totally could. But I'm going to go ahead and do a bow. And so I can do that in purple. So I'm going to use actually Gorgeous Grape. I want it to be just a little bit darker than the Highland Heather. So we're going to go ahead and ink it up in the grape. And stamp that right down there. And then we're going to punch that out. There we go. Hello, Laura. Thanks for joining us tonight. So we've got 2 balloons, a dog, and a bow. Okay. Put that ink away for the moment. And then we are going to do a little bit of assembly. So I'm going to add my piece of paper, my sentiment strip across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to 4 inches first, because that's about the size. Well, actually, this is the size. I cut that to 4 by 5 1/4. We'll cut that to about 4. And then I'm going to add my glue a little bit on this end here, and then just a teeny tiny bit on this end so that it'll catch right there. Okay, so I'm going to place that down. So I'm trying to center it in between these grids, I guess, for lack of a better word, so that it looks good. Is that centered? I think that looks pretty centered. Okay. And then we can go ahead and add it to our card base. After we snip off the excess, I didn't quite cut it to 4 because I wanted to make sure it was going to be long enough. So I'm just going to add a, glue booger. A little strip of glue, a little bead of glue right down the edge here. Right down the edge here. All over this area. And then I can kind of go a little bit crazy back here because you can't see any of the mess that I may make, and even if it blobs out, it's not going to matter. You're not going to see it. So, and then we can add it to the front of the card like so. And I feel like this is crooked. Ugh, too late. It is what it is, and I don't have a trick for that. I know that I sometimes screw that up. Okay, so then we're going to add our little friendly doggy right there. Let's add a little bit of glue to our little friend, and he can just kind of stand about like so. We'll add the bow right where his collar would go. pick it up just a skosh like that. Okay. I got some glue squishing out, so I'm trying to get it onto my finger. So then, like I said, I did want to add a little bit of color to the birthday since it's an open word. And so I'm going to use my dark Highland Heather. At least I think I want to use dark. Do I want to use dark or do I want to use light? Hold on, let me get that light here and see. I think we're going to go light. And this word is obviously very skinny and thin. So what I'm going to do, rather than actually color the word, I'm going to just dot the marker into the spaces. So I'm just going to kind of tap the marker in there, because if I start actually like coloring it, it's probably going to go out of the lines. So I am just very, very gently tapping my marker onto the letter. Very, very gently. And that way I should come out with a really nice colored word that I don't have a lot of ink. You know, sometimes it'll bleed out if you put too much down. So this little method here I have found works really, really well for those smaller areas that you might need to color in. Just tapping it on there. And like I said, just very, very gently. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can sort of see. So you can see, I really don't think there is any out of the lines. It looks really good. So there's another little tip if you struggle with that at all. All right, so we've got happy birthday. We've got our fun little dog. We've got these cute balloons that are glittery. So I kind of feel like I'm going to put one above the other. Now I'm kind of struggling here because I don't feel like can you just have balloons floating in the air, or do they need to look like they're grounded a little bit, like behind something? So I feel like if I stuck one right there, yeah, maybe I could get away with that one. Not being too grounded. So let's just try that. I'm going to actually use glue, because if I use dimensionals, I don't have a skinny dimensional to get on the end of the string. So we aren't going to do that. We're just going to put the balloon down, and then we'll just kind of add this one next to it. Ooh, maybe we'll put this one too late. I should have scooted them closer. I could have put it behind the dog. I can't now. Although I could do something like that and cut it off. Now that looks dumb. All right, never mind. I'm going to quit analyzing it and freaking out about it. And we're just going to put the balloon on there and call it good. I hear thunder. Dang, we haven't had thunder for quite a while. Okay, so there we have that. So cute. Now here's another one that I was working on. A blue one, because I thought, why can't we have multiple colors? All you have to do is just change the color of that, change the color of the word, and, you know, his bow, and then maybe the balloons. But I did do some black balloons. Where is my black balloon? I got it. So I feel like you could possibly just do black balloons, you know, rather than have to have a blue balloon. But you could, because we do have, where is it? This in color glimmer paper that we have. So you could get yourself a Tahitian tied balloon out of this stuff. So I feel like I could make that happen. I was originally, here's my original card. This is a card, where is it? That was part of my Be a Boss at Home, my Stampin' Cut and Emboss Machine class. So this was a card that we did a few months ago in the class. And I liked the layout using the split card texture die. And I thought, what could I do instead of having, you know, the shaded summer flowers there? And I thought, oh, we could take the dog and we could turn it into a birthday card. Well, silly me, I wasn't thinking, and I used the sentiment from the dog stamp set that said, may your days be furry and bright. But I feel like that's a Christmas sentiment, so I don't know if this could actually work as a birthday card. Maybe it could. Maybe nobody would pay any attention, especially if there was money inside. Just saying. So anyway, those are 3 different colors of the exact same card that you could throw together. I am still not liking this with the string. Yeah, that's bothering me. What I may end up doing is I may end up cutting another balloon and getting the string snipping off the end of this, adding the string, and then having it be a little longer. I don't know. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm thinking too much into it. You know, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I get a little carried away and it's not necessary. But there you go. Okay. So we do need to do something on the inside. So I'm not really sure what I want to do. Maybe we'll just put another cute little doggy in there. Maybe we'll just do this one that's standing up, because that's really cute. It's almost like he's begging for a treat or something. Where is a block? Can I hold on? I've kind of used up all my D blocks here with some other things that I've got going on. So let me clean this one off, spank it dry, and then take the dog off this block and add this dog. Okay, because this one I kind of need to see through it so I can see where I'm, you know, going to be stamping him. So we are going to do black. And I am going to bring my foam pad back in here. That was a scrap paper there. And we're going to ink up our little begging friend here. And we're going to actually put the collar on this little dog because the collar is pretty cute. Is that supposed to look like that? I feel like this one, I haven't actually stamped this one yet. So where is my scratch paper? I feel like I need to have it inked up and then like do one of these jobs where they sometimes after they come out of the photopolymer process, they can have a film on them, which can then make it, yep, so much better. Okay, that was the ticket there. That can cause them not to ink up very well. So if you have that problem, then just go ahead and ink it up and rub it off on a piece of scratch paper, and that should do it. So that looks much better. Okay, then we need his little collar, which is that little strip right down here at the bottom. We need that. And then this little guy right here is like the end of the collar, like a little bow kind of thing. So maybe rather than him having a collar, or I guess it could be a she. Maybe she's wearing a bow. I don't know. We'll see what we got here. We're going to use purple, but this time I think I'm going to use Highland Heather because the grape is kind of like in your face purple, and I don't want it to be quite that in my face or in anyone's face. So let's ink up this cute little collar piece. And we should be able to see through the dog. Yes, we can. And then we'll ink up this little kind of bow end. And we'll just add that right there at the end. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Okay. And we'll put the lid on, close that, put the washi tape away, and then we'll add this to the inside of the card. And then I am done, you guys. I'm so sorry. I could not come up with a third project today. Time got away from me, and yeah. So now I got to go make dinner for my son. I just made it for my husband at 2:30. He had to work at 4, so he eats about 3:30. So I got that dinner done, and now my son needs to eat. I need to eat, and then we'll get back down here and do something with my daughter because she needs my help, and then we're going to do some work. Good Lord. Okay, so here was our little cards, our cute little doggy birthday card. And then they're both purple today, you guys. And then our beautiful, beautiful floral card. Remember that the Perfect Partners dies and bundles, they're supposed to only be available through the end of September. I don't know if they're going to be available afterwards, like if they don't sell them all. I'm not sure, but we'll see. What else? Oh, don't forget everything that I talked about. The links are in the description of this video. If you do want to get my new blog updates, go ahead and subscribe to my blog down there or my newsletter. You can get either one of those or both of them down there. Any of the classes that I have for sale this month that I'm offering, all that's down there. So that's it. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate that very much. If you're a member of Stamp Happy Academy Premium or Live, I will be back here tomorrow night, you guys, at same time with a bunch of projects for you. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next Thursday night here again on YouTube. So have a great week, guys, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.